friends, it's your boy, the Unfortunate One, and today we are going to be taking a look at the IS-4 and how you need to play it. Now, I have some people saying that this tank is bad. It is not bad, it is a true legend. So, let's take a look at the armor. It's very good. We're going to take a close look at that in a minute. But all I want to say is that this tank is a true legend, and you should definitely grind it before it gets nerfed. So the gun is M62T2, which is the same gun on the SD1 and on the IS-8, which means it has amazing heat penetration, good gun dispersion, pretty accurate gun. I mean, the aim time, the reload time is all really good. It's just an improvement of the Russian 122 overall. So we've got 420 alpha, 360 per heat, and yeah, the average penetration is great. But what has surprised me the most is I got 374 heat penetration. That means you will go through everything, literally everything you need to penetrate. You've got 6 degrees of gun depression, which is workable in certain scenarios, but again, on dead rail, it is a bit pain in the neck. So this tank does have very good mobility, 43 kilometers top speed, considering that you are a very heavily armored tank, and you can actually reach 43 kilometers, unlike the IS-7. Overall, the hull traverse power to weight ratio are all very nice. So, how am I going to equip my tank? Well, I'm going to put, for the consumables, I'm going to put all repair kits simply because I'm a heavy tank, and I'm a very aggressive player. I take a lot of shots, so that definitely helps with the module damage. Now, also with the provisions, I am going to equip the rations and the milk, whatever you want to call that, the food that increases your tank stats. And I'm going to put improved fuel on my tank just because I want my tank to go a teeny weeny bit faster. The milk and the rations are just for increasing the tank's stats overall. So that's what I would equip on the IS-4. Now we've got the ammo. I don't load that much HE in Russian heavy tanks simply because they don't have that much HE penetration, right? So let's take a closer look at the armor profile as I promised. Now, the armor profile is already very good from a further view perspective. I guess the frontal top plate is very thick, very thick. It's 320 millimeters. That is a slight weak spot, but if you wiggle a bit when you're face hugging, you should be fine. Turret gun mantlet is very impenetrable. However, there are a little weak spot here. It's 270 millimeters, 280. It's a very small turret cheek, so if you just wiggle a bit or go back and forth when you're in hull down, you should be completely fine. Now, there is a very small cupole on the top that's penetrable. Keep an eye on that when you're face looking. Just move your turret a bit when the enemy is about to shoot. I don't know how the Russian commander sees out of that cupola. Anyway, so this tank has a pretty weak lower plate. Unlike the IS-7, you will not bounce with the lower plate. You will not bounce with the lower plate, no matter what angle you are at. I've been penetrated at a angle in which it's a impenetrable angle. It's a ricocheting angle. So this tank has great side armor. You can slice grip in this tank very well. It is one of the best tech tree side grip tanks. Of course, we know the Mauser E100, but this tank, even if it doesn't seem like a great side grip tank, it is definitely a great side grip tank. Now, you do have that teeny weeny little whatever you want to call it, that slit there under the track wheel. It's just 200 millimeters thick, which means you'll be able to penetrate it. Just go back and forth when you are side scraping. So the side of the turret is very good. You've got a great turret armor overall. If you just I don't know, sometimes you can get troll bounces out of the turret. The back is very much paper. You'll get heshed everywhere by a lot of British tanks. And yeah, so the tank's armor is overall very, very nice. Very nice. And this tank, let me just tell you, is one of the best tier 10s in my opinion, for a heavy tank. It is one of the best tech tree tanks you can get, in my opinion. Now, it doesn't require that much skill to play it, which is very good for a new player who's just starting out and who wants an easy line to grind. Now, the line isn't very good. I will say it is not very good, but once you get to tier 10, it will recompensate you. So, in hold down, we have upper plate impenetrable. We already know the turret is quite impenetrable. If we angle a bit, that part becomes 400 millimeters. The weak spot no longer becomes a weak spot, and basically, it becomes the heavy tank that is impenetrable. Now, we are going to jump into a replay of. I'm going to show you how to play this tank. Now, I couldn't get any footage side scraping simply because a lot of the maps in World of Tanks Blitz really involve haul down and stuff like that. Now, for the first few seconds in the game, I don't really do anything. I just go into my position, except I'm telling the K91 to come this way. But anyway, so we are moving into position at relative good speed for a really heavily armored tank. Now, I wouldn't classify this as a super heavy tank simply because it goes quite fast. Now, we've got that TVP. I see the Kranwagen. I see the object, 140. Now, unfortunately, we do get hit by him, but that's not a problem. Because we have 650 hit points, right? So it's not a problem. We're doing good here. We're just haul down, the chill, hold down IS-4. So I do try to penetrate the Kranwagen's cupola, but I forget the Kranwagen has such a small cupola, like really small. And the Yo decides to YOLO me. I don't know what he was doing. He's doing this, I block a shot from him, I bounce a shot from him, and yeah, he's just YOLO in, and now he's backing up, but it's already too late, my friend. Goodbye. Anyway, so we've got the TVP and we've got the Kranwagen. The Object 140 isn't really a threat. Now, I don't know why I did not notice that the Skoda right there. Must have been something going on in my mind. Anyway, we do bounce 2 shots from him, which is really nice. Now, the Object 704 is going to make a big mistake. He's going to YOLO in and die by that rock. So, yeah, it's a very interesting game, as you can see here, a lot of news, but we do take out that 140, who's just like, oh no, let's back up into our old position, gets shot by me. Anyway, so the Kranwagen, I thought I could pen him with heat shell. I really cannot. I have tried. I forget, like, the Kranwagen, even to heat shell, is pretty much impervious. So, yeah, unfortunately, we do get a bouncer, but it's not a problem. We still have a lot of shells and a lot of time and a lot of enemies to clear. So, we've got that Skoda, which I do want to clear because he's a very deadly tank. Oh, gee. That shot, I don't know what happened to that shot. I personally don't know. I'll ask more gaming. So, the K91 decides to YOLO me too. It decides to just rush in. It's the same process as a YOLO. He does literally the same process as a YOLO. He goes in, he goes by that hill, and now he backs up. Man, I don't know what happened to Blitz teams these days. But we're doing our job, we're winning, so yeah, we'll not complain. So, we have the K91, who is YOLOing me again. Okay, so he's got his trip reloaded, he's feeling confident. He's shooting at that spot. I don't know why, but yeah, so we do get a shot by the K91, but it's not a problem. The game is already over. And the enemy team have lost, and the waffle is about to be taken out by the WZ 121. So good game there, 3.4k damage. Not the best game, obviously. I could not do 4K today. I don't know why I just could not do 4K. The RNG was definitely against me. So, we do 3.4k damage, 2 kills, 3rd class steel wall. Steel wall is a really good reward, which you want to have for a heavy tank. Now, this tank is definitely one of the best tanks, and I definitely suggest you to grind it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.